Hello guys, my name is Juan. I am a content creator AOV YouTube from Indonesia and welcome to my video. This is the first time I made an AOV video in English language, and actually my English skills are still not good, but hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying in this video. The reason I made AOV video in English is because I saw AOV trying to get more popular in various regions of the world, and I saw that there were a number of countries where have a new AOV players, such as in India, where the country had blocked the Mobile Legends and many Mobile Legends players are trying to shift to AOV. Tencent, as the developer, tries to develop this game by open the server in Russia and Africa, so there will definitely be more new players too. And also Arena of Valor will be featured as medal event in Asian Indoor and Multi Arts 2021, so at least many regions are know AOV what it is. Now I will try to make a guide for you guys about AOV in English, so everyone in various regions of the world can understand the content of this video. Okay, as an experiment, I will try to explain how to master a hero well, and the hero that I will explain now is Capheny, role ABC laner or ADC. Capheny is an archer who has a position as an ABC laner or ADC. ABC laners are those who are in the positions of ABC lane. To find out where the position is, you can see an icon like this. The color of this icon is orange, and this icon shows where the abyssal monster is. Capheny is my favorite hero. She could deal a lot of damage and she is the strongest archer in this patch. To master it is quite difficult, where you have to spend this hero several times to find out the mechanism and strategy while using this hero, and definitely it's not easy to it. But if you have mastered this hero, I guarantee you almost 80% you will win the match. The rest depends on your team. Note that the build and item that I will share this time are actually not much different from the pro players, but I focus on the runes that will be used later because these runes are very important for Capheny to give her best performance. At first, we'll discuss about the items for Capheny. The first item is a shoes, where you can choose between Killer Greaves or Sonic Boots depending on the situations and conditions. If the opponent's team use a lot of CC, I'd advise you to use Killer Greaves. But if there are a few using CC on the opponent's teams, you can use Sonic Boots to defend yourself from physical attacks of your opponents. The second item is Cliff Shanty, where this item will give you high critical damage, and these items are matched with the arcane that we will use. The third item is that you can choose between Devil Handshake or Slick Sting, but personally I advise you to use Devil Handshake. These two items are actually good depending on the situations and conditions. If the opponent's teams use a lot of CC, you can use Slick Stings because Slick Stings can give you additional resistance. But if there is no CC to worry about it, you can use Devil Handshake because this item could deal more damage than Slick Sting. The fourth item is a Bow of Slaughter, which is this item can give you a more critical chance and can regenerate your HP very quick. The fifth item is Muramasa, so that your critical damage can penetrate your opponent's armor. The last item is the Blade of Eternity, where this item can revive you quickly if you are got killed. For Japanese Arcana, I recommend you to use 10 rampage, 10 guerrillas, and 10 skewers. Why do I use a rampage? Because will make Capheny can deal a massive critical damage by using second skills and critical items. Capheny used the Guerrilla Arcana because she can convert attack speed into attack damage. For Japanese runes, I strongly recommend you to use runes like this. These are 2 points that I highlight: Enhanced Restore and Endless Cycles. You can use Enhanced Restore to help you and as a protection if you got hit by a lot of burst damage, because this rune is very useful to heal your HP immediately. The most important rune of Capheny is Endless Cycles. This rune is used to revive your hero if you got killed, but with these runes you cannot use it if your match exceeds 12 minutes. Why this rune is so important for Capheny? To answer that, I will tell you how the strategies to using with Capheny. Number 1. Play safe, bring it on the mid or late game. Capheny is killing hero, which is this hero really needs several items to buy before she can join the war. Cliff Santi, Devil Handshake, and Bow of Slaughter are core items of Capheny. Without these items, Capheny is very weak. Her damage is very small at the early game and is not worth it to start the war, because Capheny couldn't give enough damage. You must play safely, farm quickly, and keep your distance to avoid burst damage or pick off from your opponent. Number 2. The composition hero. Because Capheny takes a long time to buy those items that she needs, it is necessary to have a team composition that can hold them through mid or late game. Your support must have the ability to protect Capheny, such as Lumber, Senior, Crash, or the others who can protect Capheny. Your jungler should be able to play in early game, such as Crickneck, Pain, Xanis, Volcat, Batman, or the others who can play in early games. Do not use scaling junglers like Quillan, Seal, Kira, because your mid laner is scaling hero too. If your team has too many scaling hero, then you will be struggling to defend the pressure from your opponent. Number 3. Use your Endless Cycle rune wisely. I recommend to you to use an Endless Cycle rune above 5 minutes after the third death, because if you die too early, you only wait for about 10 seconds to be able to revive again, and it's not worth it if you lose Endless Cycle at the time. Use it above 5 minutes and that's when the battle becomes very intense. Learn correctly Japanese skill. The concept of the Japanese skill is similar to the Violet skill. With this Violet can roll in the direction where she won, then shoot with the burst damage. Similar to Capheny, Capheny can use her second skill in the direction where she won, then shoot with the burst damage using the first skill. Use the second Japanese skill to keep your distance from the enemies that are approaching you. You can use the ultimate skill to clear wave quickly, then you're able to do rotation to help your friends. You can also use the ultimate skill to create space between you and opponent team when your team wants to take the opponent tower. How to counter Capheny? Number 1. Keep give pressure into Capheny. Capheny is very weak in the early game, so keep give pressure into Capheny so she is difficult to farm. Like I said, use an early jungle that can penetrate to Capheny and harass her. You can use disabler hero to harass Capheny, like Mellow, Alice, Darcy, Arum, a Laser, or Poker with Direct, Raz, or Richter. Number 2. Win the game quickly. The only way to counter Capheny is to win quickly before Capheny had time to buy the items that she needs. Trust me, in the late game, Capheny is unbeatable. Okay guys, that's all the Japanese guide. I hope you learned something in this video, and if you want me to request heroes guide, you can comment in down below so I can make it for your request. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like button to support my channel, and see you in the next videos. See ya!